Family Stories. Episode 4. In Africa.
Hold on, I can't just keep talking about my father without sharing a bit about my mom too. After all, her story is just as important. I can't skip over how she was born, where she grew up, and the experiences that shaped her. Let me take you all to Germany now, where her story truly began, and show you the world she came from before their paths even crossed. My mother was born in Wiesbaden, Germany, in the same hospital where I was born, as well as my siblings. It's funny to think about that connection, how we all came into the world in the same place, just like she did. She grew up in a really loving family with her older sister. When she was 3 years old, her parents were busy building a house, which I imagine was a big part of their lives back then, lots of work and excitement. Their new home was being built while she was still small, so I can imagine it being a time of change and growth for the whole family. Her walk to kindergarten was only 10 minutes from their house, pretty simple, right? I bet those walks were a comforting routine for her. But there's this one part of her childhood that always stands out to me. When her sister got old enough to go to primary school, my mom didn't want to go to kindergarten anymore. It wasn't just about school for her, it was because her sister and her friends weren't there anymore. I think that's when things started to change for her, in a way. Losing that familiar company must have been hard for her at that time. Now, while my mom's childhood was unfolding in Wiesbaden, across the world, my father was having a very different experience, growing up in Cameroon. My mom with her simple walks to kindergarten, and my father with his own set of challenges and adventures. And yet, both of them, in their own ways, were being shaped by the love of their families, the communities around them, and the experiences that would eventually bring them together, despite the distance, despite the differences. The connection between them, though different in every way, would be what led them to each other, and ultimately, to us.
Please like and share this story. This is just how they met. If you're interested in knowing how I became part of the story, please share and subscribe. This is episode 4.